Good morning folks, 21st Century Caveman here. Hope everybody's safe, hope everybody's well. So with Christmas just around the corner, I thought I'd share with you some ideas for some excellent Christmas gifts and stocking fillers for that outdoor person in your life. And by outdoors I mean somebody who's interested in camping, hiking, trekking, bushcraft, survival, backpacking, all of that good stuff. Now, I recently set up a list of wonderful gift ideas on Amazon for your consideration. I'm not suggesting for a minute that you buy them from Amazon. However, obviously, as normal, shop around to try and get the best possible price. Now, these are in no particular order, and if there are a range of prices and products, then I shall simply give you the premium version and also a budget alternative. So as I say, in no particular order, here we go. So first of all then, let's have a look at this fantastic emergency radio. So this has a number of different channels. It's a nice fetching colour. It can be powered via a normal electricity port in your house with batteries. It can be charged via solar. It's also got a light. It's got loads and loads of different features on here, look. So you can also use it as a power bank to charge up your phone or any other USB charging item. So anyway, that's the Cato solar powered survival radio. Now there is a slightly cheaper version of this. This is made by a company called Midland. This is around about half the price. It won't offer as many functions. Nevertheless, it will do the job. This is a very well known and respected brand, and as you can see, it's a very sort of compact size, and this represents excellent value for money. So we'll now go on to a nice little stocking filler here, and we're going to look at some stormproof and waterproof matches. So these are, I have these myself, and you get a pack of 25 basically, and even if you put these things in water, if they become soaked, you can still light them up and they stay light for quite some time to give you an opportunity to light a fire and to keep yourself warm and potentially help to save yourself from a very difficult situation indeed. So they're these stormproof matches, currently £5 from Amazon. They are available from a number of sources, but they tend to be a little bit more expensive than that. So for anybody who's been out camping or trekking, then there's nothing better than having a good night's sleep. Now, if you get a good night's sleep, it means that you wake up fresh in the morning and you can enjoy the rest of the day. Something like this, I've got two of these. They're excellent value for money, and I'd highly recommend them. So they're actually currently £15. If you shop around, you might get them a little bit cheaper. Obviously do your due diligence and see what's available. And as you can see, look, they do come in a very, very small size, and they do retain the air pressure as well. So they're very good indeed, highly recommended. Now, in terms of the cooking side of things, there's some great little stove options here, look. So this is the slightly more expensive option. This is a version 2 of what's called the Pocket Rocket. Now this is well known in camping, bushcraft and survival circles. Excellent burner here, and as you can see, you just screw them on top of a can. It's got its own ignition source, I believe, and yeah, absolutely. In fact, actually it doesn't look, you can see that you have to light that. So these are highly regarded, and the price is just over 30 quid. You tend to be able to buy them from 25 to 30 pound. They're excellent and well renowned, very reliable stoves. There is a slightly cheaper alternative out there. It's very small, very lightweight, and this is branded under several names basically. The most best known one is BRS. This is called Tentok. They're made by the same company in China. These are fantastic little stoves. That's how big it is, look. They're really, really small and tiny, and they're so lightweight you won't actually notice you actually have them with you in your pack or in your canteen set. Highly recommended. £17. I bought mine for about £15 a couple of months ago, and I've yet to try it out. So another great idea for a stocking filler then are one of these plastic Magnifier credit card size lenses basically. So these are great for lighting fires, and they're well known in the bushcraft and survival community. The survival community, particularly if you focus them with the sun, you can light a fire. They're really, really good. The most common brand name is Fresnel. They're probably all made by the same company, I don't know, but these are excellent value for money, and you get 4 here, look, for £5, so they're £1, £25 a piece. And there are a couple of other options. There's one here which is slightly cheaper. In fact, actually they're about the same price, you just get half as many in the package. So with these, look, you get 2. This gives you an idea of sizes. So you can use these to light a fire, providing you've got sunlight. You can use them to, get thorns and ticks out of your body, and they're just very useful things to have. And so, for example, you could also put one in a first aid kit. Excellent. These ones are £2.49, and there is another option here as well. Look, this is a mini pocket magnifier, and this is a lot more powerful than one of the lenses we had a look at previously. These come in a little plastic container, or a little cover rather, sorry, and the magnification is much better, so therefore they're going to be stronger, and it's going to be much easier to light a fire using one of these, providing of course you've got sunlight. Now, in terms of things like rescue, signalling, that sort of thing, one of these rescue mirrors is an absolutely essential piece of kit. You can see these for over 20 miles apparently. Now, this is a premium brand, the Sol. It stands for Survive Outdoors Longer, sorry. Basically, the idea is you look through the hole in the middle, shine it at direct it at the obstacle you're trying to make them aware that you're there, and these are absolutely superb. So this costs £14. They're very lightweight. Now there is a slightly cheaper option on here, and this is a slightly lighter one. It's about a third of the price really, and it's made by a company called Coglan's. Now this doesn't have so many features insofar as it doesn't have that circle in the middle. Nevertheless, Coglan's is a good brand name, and this will be very good value for money at around about a third of the price. So in terms of cutting gear then, a folding saw is it's a luxury to have in the great outdoors really, and you never know when you might need one, and it's a very useful complement to something like a knife. So I've personally got the Baco Laplander. This is a brilliant saw, and I've had it for ages. I've had it for about 10 years actually, 11 years even, and these are very versatile. They cut on the pull and the push stroke. Absolutely excellent value indeed. The only downside of these is the fact that the blades sometimes can be as expensive as the actual saw themselves. So that's just something to bear in mind. We do have a couple of alternatives. Look, we have the Spear & Jackson. They have a range of different pruning saws. They come in different sizes and different prices. Now, as an alternative to a folding saw, you could also look at something like a small bow saw. Now this is one which I have myself. This is a roughneck bow saw, and that blade, look, is a raking blade used for getting rid of all of the sawdust and stuff like that, just to make sure you get a nice, clean, efficient cut. So that's £10. You can buy them also from Screwfix, and the blades you're looking for are the ones with the raking facility. Now, in terms of saws, there is actually another option here, and it's one which I possess myself, and this is called a Commando wire saw. They're very lightweight, they're absolutely minute, but they do have very good utility, providing that you buy a decent quality one. I've got one of these myself. This particular brand is very good. It's got a nice strong saw, and this makes an excellent stocking filler. You can't go wrong with that. So just scrolling back again, and we are looking at a first aid kit. So a first aid kit really is going to be absolutely essential for anybody who goes outdoors. You never know when you might get a cut or a scrape, or whether you might need to put a bandage on something or remove a tick. So there are so many of these on the market, you'll have to do your own research, but the fact is you will need a first aid kit. And typically what I do, I'll buy a standard first aid kit, something like this, and then I will actually add to it. I'll add things like tweezers and some other bits and bobs which would come in handy and suit my particular needs. So we've got a couple on here. Look, we've also got another one slightly cheaper, but like I say, you need to do your own due diligence on that. Now, another nice little gift, which is quite useful in the sense that, well, I say quite useful. They've got some very small tools in here. Look, the size of a credit card. We've all seen these before, haven't we? Loads of little tools in here. Look, and yeah, they're a little bit gimmicky, but you know, there is a little bit of utility there as well. So the best thing to do with these is to shop around. This particular model is Victorinox, but there are loads of other brands out there which I'm sure are probably made in the same factory as the Victorinox. And yeah, just do research and try and bag a bargain. Once again, excellent stocking filler. Now, carabiners are absolutely excellent for attaching things to your backpack, your belt, or indeed just making sure you don't lose something. Now, I personally have this particular brand name called Tygo. In fact, Tygo. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, if I'm honest with you, but basically these come in different sizes, a range of different colours. These are really excellent quality items, and you know, you can purchase them at a very reasonable price indeed. So these are excellent, good value for money, and they're very strong. They won't let you down. Get some of those. Once again, an excellent item as a stocking filler, or just another little gift really, just to supplement what you're already buying that special person in your life. Now, we're looking at this backpacker's trowel now. You know, we've all been caught short, haven't we? Now, something like this, look, is absolutely invaluable if you get caught short and you need to take a dump, either in the woods or when you're out and about hiking, rambling, cycling or whatever, and there isn't a toilet facilities available locally. Coughlan's, once again, we've talked about this brand before. They offer very good value for money on their products. So in other words, excellent quality at a very good price. Highly recommended. You can buy the steel ones, but they tend to be so much more heavier, and also I don't think they're as strong. So moving back up the list then. So we've talked about the Coughlan's backpacker's trowel. Now, another fantastic gift for somebody, which will be truly appreciated, is a roll of Gorilla tape. I'd highly recommend the ones which are slightly narrower. 25mm is 1 inch, isn't it? You can buy the for under £3, and they have more uses than I can even begin to recite in the time it takes to do this video. So Gorilla tape, absolutely fantastic. Go for the 25mm roll. Now, another superb gift would be this lantern set here. Now, you can buy these sorts of sets from multiple suppliers. So the Hero Beam then is a very good brand name. They offer a brilliant guarantee. I think it's about 5 years. Yeah, 5-year guarantee. Look, UK company. These are battery operated. They're very bright. They're water resistant. These are absolutely first class, and you get 2 in the pack. So basically you get an absolutely first class lamp, 2 for £22. Yeah, pick one up. They're absolutely first class. So let's take a look at items used for fire starting. And I'm looking at these ferrocerium rods. They're known by different names. And the reason for that is because they're also made by slightly different materials. They're known as Ferro Rods. They will give you absolutely thousands and thousands of sparks, which will enable you to light a fire, providing you have dry tinder. Some of them are good, some of them are crap. You need to do your own due diligence, really. There's a couple on here, look, which will be good. And they're around about £10 for a really big, sturdy, 6-inch long one. These will last you for years. They'll probably last you a lifetime if you don't abuse them. On the subject of cutting tools then, we're looking at something like Mora knives. The company that make these Mora knives, they make fantastic, excellent quality, brilliant value for money tools. This is an example of one of them. This is one of their sort of heavy duty lineup in the Companion series. Absolutely first class. You pick them up for about 11-12 quid. So they've got one there in grey. And they also do them in a variety of other different colours. The specs do differ slightly, but here, look, we have a nice green one and also one in a rather fetching deep pink colour here, look. Probably ideal for a female, or if you're a bloke and you like that colour, well, just go and pick one up. Look, they cost 12 quid, absolute bargain. Razor sharp out the package, and they come highly recommended by anybody who knows anything about cutting tools in the great outdoors. Something else which I own are these sporks here, look. So a spork, as we probably all know, it's a combination of a spoon, a fork and a cutting, it's not really a knife, but it does actually have a cutting edge. Now these ones are very high quality, they're very lightweight, they're a good size, they're about 6 or 7 inches long. You can buy them from this company. I don't know how you pronounce it, but they come in different pack sizes. I bought a pack of 5, had them for about 3 or 4 years now. Absolutely first class. I've got one everywhere basically, and would highly recommend this particular brand. I'd prefer these stainless steel ones over the plastic ones. They're more durable, they don't break quite as easily. Well, they don't break at all. I certainly haven't experienced that. I'd recommend these stainless steel Sporks any day of the week. So for the outdoors person then, you never know when you might get into trouble and you might need to summon somebody. One of the great ways of doing that is by using an emergency whistle, and there's a pack of 4 here. Look, I'd actually have these myself, 4 different colours, cost 10 quid. They're very loud, very lightweight. You can put one in your rucksack, you can use them as zipper pulls, you know, on your clothing. They're absolutely first class. They're a nice size and you won't know you've actually got them on you. Highly recommend these, absolutely fantastic, and they could save your life. Now, another item which I personally own are these I've got 3 or 4 head torches actually. Now, I bought these very recently, within the past couple of months. In fact, I bought them early November from Amazon. Very good price. I picked them up for about £17. Now, these aren't the best quality head torches you're ever going to find, but they're very bright, very lightweight, very good value for money, and I'd highly recommend them. 2 head torches for 20 quid, absolute bargain as far as I'm concerned. Now, they are a little bit bigger than, say, for example, one of your more compact pet saws, and they are a little bit more plasticky, but they work very well. Fantastic value for money. But one thing I would like to point out is the fact that despite the fact that the advertising here states that they chuck out 1,000 lumens, that's certainly not the case. It's probably about half of that actually on full beam, but nevertheless they are still very bright and represent excellent value for money. I have one in my rucksack and I keep one in my car. Now, this is something not really to do with the outdoors, although, you know, you can take it outdoors and perhaps enjoy some music or listen to the radio. These are connected via Bluetooth to your phone or laptop or whatever device you're using. I bought mine 3 or 4 months ago. Absolutely fantastic value for money. They come in different colours, well, 3 different colours, look, black, blue and red. For some reason the black one is a little bit cheaper. These do provide really good quality sound. I think they're fantastic. I would highly recommend one of these. They're also waterproof and they're nice and loud. I would highly recommend these, absolutely first class, and I use one in conjunction with my laptop at home when I'm producing stuff on my laptop or listening to Netflix. Another good option then would be something like this. Now this is an Amazon, it's a small pry bar set, so you get 4 items in here, look, and they're quite small, very reasonable price, under 12 quid, and you have a range of different items here, look. So I think this is brilliant value for money. I'm sure they're made by companies with other well-known brand names on them. So for just over 11 quid, look, 4 little pry bars, different sorts, look, depending on the application you want to use them for. I would say go for something like that, absolutely first class. Now we're coming to the end of the list here, and no sort of gift list would be complete really without a multi-tool, and no multi-tool recommendation would be worth anything really without actually having a look at a Leatherman. Now the thing is, these multi-tools can go from about 25-30 quid to well over £200. Now you don't always need a full-size multi-tool. Something smaller which you can perhaps put on a keychain, so it's always going to be with you, I think is a great idea. I carry one on my keychain. It's not a Leatherman square. If I can pick one of these up at the right price, I'm going to get one. These have a lovely array of tools which are very functional. This is a very high quality product, all the tools you would need. They typically, I think these come in about £35 or thereabouts. I've seen them as low as £30 in the past. I would highly recommend something like this, and as I say, I'm on the lookout for a nice one myself. As an alternative, you could consider a Gerber dime. Once again, this is a mini multi-tool. It's cheaper than the Leatherman. I don't think the quality is as good. You do have a decent array of tools there, look, so this is going to be very useful. I just don't think the quality is going to be as good as the Leatherman, and I don't think it'll be quite as durable, but then again, it costs less. So, you know, it probably represents as good a value for money. So anyway, look, we've come to the end of the list, I believe. If you have a person in your life who is an outdoors person, who is into any outdoor activities or pursuits, anything on this list, I'm sure would be very gratefully received. And I hope it does provide you with some very good ideas. As I say, always shop around, make sure so far as you can that you're buying a genuine product, and have an absolutely fantastic Christmas. And yeah, stay safe.